the Cuties film. Now, when this first came out, I'm gonna give you like a little fucking rundown of the whole thing and my perception of it as it's kind of been rolling out. So it's a French film. It won Sundance or some fucking indie French movie film festival, which already, when anything wins Sundance or one of these film festivals, I'm like, all right, great, more pretentious garbage, okay? Now, question one, have I watched it? No, okay? You couldn't pay me money to watch a normal French film, okay? I don't want to watch anything made by the French. If I wanted to watch fucking an hour or 2 hours of people being pretentious cunts, I would watch the Kardashians, okay? I'm not going to watch Cuties. I'm not going to watch any French film. I'm not interested in it, okay? That's just me, all right? Now, here's the thing. Cuties, it comes out. And then it goes on Netflix, and Netflix puts out the poster. And my first impression of it was the poster, and it was like this highly sexualized, 9 to 11-year-old girls, 5 of them, like, one of them's on their hands and knees, sticking their ass out. It's like, another one looks like Brock Lesnar, the wrestler. I don't know what that's about, but it is something. The chick in the middle, she looks like Brock Lesnar. I don't know if that's what they were going for, but that is what they got. And then another girl's like wearing the glasses and she's doing the porno face, and it's just like really, really uncomfortably sexual. And I saw that and I was like, whoa, what the fuck is that? And then obviously there's outrage about this poster. And then Netflix changed their poster. And when that happened, I was like, oh, okay, so obviously the poster was just crazy, because the director actually came out against the poster and said, oh, it doesn't represent my film properly. So I was like, oh, well, that's it. Fine. Okay. So obviously the film's not like that. The post's not like, and then I kind of forgot about it. And then I was scrolling through Twitter, and the film properly goes out on Netflix and people start actually watching it. And people start posting clips of the film. And I'm of the opinion of, oh, it's just like overblown. It's not that bad. Who cares? Then I start seeing clips from the film, and I'm not talking 30 seconds, I'm not talking 10 seconds, like out of context shit. I'm talking, like, I reckon I've watched a good portion of the movie, just, when you just fucking doom scroll, where you just see something that's just absolutely fucking horrific in your newsfeed, but you can't stop watching. I did that with the Cuties film. It goes for an hour and a half. I reckon I've watched about 50 minutes worth of different clips, and Jesus fucking Christ, the poster is tame in comparison. I thought that the poster was just over-sexualized, Americanized fucking shock factor on purpose to get controversy and then get people to watch the film, and then everyone goes, oh, well, it's not actually that bad. It's actually a beautiful film. Dude, it's literally disgusting. Looking at the clips, I don't, you guys know me, I don't get offended, bro. I don't even know if offended is the right word for what I felt when I was watching these fucking clips. It's like these, basically imagine a stripper dancing, but make them 9. Like, just seeing chicks, like, literally shake their asses, put their legs up over their head, touching their pussy, actually, over the top of clothes, but still, like, doing that multiple times. And, like, if that isn't bad enough, the cinematography of it is zooming in on their privates, zooming in on them bending over, zooming in on their hands, touching their privates, like multiple shots, long shots that stay on their behinds and stay on their fucking little bodies. It's fucking disgusting. And I cannot believe that it's been made. Now, let's go through the arguments of it. That's my point of view, but obviously other people have a different point of view. Now, other people think that, sexualizing children for art is fine. Now, to those people, I would say you should be executed, but whatever. The reaction to it has been, this is how fucking poisoned the discourse on Twitter is, where if anyone is angry about something, it immediately, within 30 seconds, becomes a right-wing versus left-wing thing, right? Now, what I saw was a bunch of kids being depicted incredibly sexually. And I thought, fuck, I hope Donald Trump builds the wall. I'm going to vote for him because I'm right-wing. No, I didn't fucking think that. I thought that's fucked. That shouldn't be happening. And it doesn't matter what I who I'm going to fucking vote for, that shouldn't fucking happen unless there are a bunch of other people thinking the same thing, regardless of the political spectrum. But all of these fucking journalists who have completely lost touch with reality have decided to try and spin this into a right-wing versus left-wing issue. Now, I'm going to give you guys a really big tip. To all of these journalists who are trying to make right-wing people look bad using this film, I want you to really think about this. Saying that right-wing people do not like a film where children are sexualized is not the own you think it is. Because if I read a headline and I'm on the fence about right-wing and left-wing, I'm like, well, I don't know who I should vote for. And then I see a fucking headline that says right-wing people hate this film where children are sexualized, I'm going to read that and go, well, does that mean that left-wing people like children in booty shorts touching their pussies? I guess that makes me right-wing. Any fucking sane person would think that shit. If you're making it a right-left issue, where it's like left-wing's okay with it, right-wing's not okay with it, a person on the fence is going to go, yeah, well then I guess I'm right-wing. Like, that's so not the fucking own you think it is. It's like, oh, these bloody right-wing, alt-right people hate pedophiles. And then everyone in the world goes, yeah, me too. Not that me too. It's nuts, right? Now, the most coherent argument for the film I have seen, and I actually watched the director. I think I've done a lot more research than a lot of people on this, and I've come out the other side even stronger in my first reaction, which was, this is fucked, right? So the fucking director came out, and I watched this whole thing. She says, and it's and you know what makes this even worse is that she is a black Muslim woman, right? Now, you fucking know if a white guy made this film, they would be fucking over. But because it's a black Muslim woman, all of these intersectional cunts are pulling their hair out because a lot of them don't like this, but a lot of them are like, oh fuck, if I shit on a black female Muslim director, that's not good for my image, right? Because, you know, that's what they want. They want more representation in directors, but it's such a hard bargain when you go, oh, I want more of this specific person, and then because that's such obviously a rare type of person, like, you know, getting a black female Muslim director is such a hard ask that this chick might be one of the only ones that's actually made a big budget film that's got it into a fucking film festival. That might be the only one you got. And unfortunately, it just happens to be about chicks shaking their pussy when they're 9, right? My neighbors can hear all of this. So she's come out and said the film is actually speaking out against sexualizing children because she was sexualized as a child. A lot of pedophiles were also victims when they were children. Is that an excuse? I don't think so, right? Not saying that she's a pedophile. I don't think she's a pedophile. I think that she has tried to make a point in the worst way possible, right? Because here's what she's done. She's tried to speak out against, I don't think the woman who made it has evil intentions. There's a lot of sus shit about the cinematographer, though, who's made very similar films. I saw one thing, a whiff about some fucking film about a 15-year-old, and the cinematographer was involved with that, and it got a lot of the same controversy. Now, now, if you make one of these films, okay, fine. Maybe you made an artistic misstep. If you made 2 of them, hey, let's have a look at your hard drive. What's on there? Oh, you've got Tor? What's that for, buddy? Anyway, right? So she's come out and said the film is speaking out against the sexualization of children. Now, I wrote this on Twitter, and I thought a lot about this. Now, it's a joke, but I think it makes the point pretty coherently in why I think this is fucked. A lot of the people who are standing up to this film, and it's just like this right-left thing of like, a lot of people who are right wing, you know, like fucking Ted Cruz has come out and made a lot of noise about this. But then, you know, one of the Democratic nominees, what's her name? The veteran bitch. That's the most disrespectful way to talk about someone who fought for the freedom of the West. You know, that veteran bitch. What's her fucking name? I don't know, the one who was doing the workout videos, and I was like, I'd vote for her because I want to see her in the office. Whatever her name is, she came out against it too. Where are we? So I wrote this on Twitter, which I think sums up my opinion pretty well. Guys, you're missing the point of Cuties. The director says it's about how bad sexualizing children is. Clearly, the only way to prove that is by doing it. This is why, when explaining to my children that they shouldn't do drugs, I will be injecting the youngest with black tar heroin. Basically saying, you can't speak out against how bad something is while doing it, right? She's gone, oh, isn't the sexualization of children bad? Look how bad it is, while filming a 9-year-old's pussy. That's not how you make your point. Now, a lot of people came back at me and they said, oh, like some absolute fucking brain-dead mongoloid dumb cunt replied to my tweet and said, oh, what? So we can't represent bad things in film? What about war movies? War is worse than that. Are you saying we should ban all war scenes? Yes. If every war scene resulted in actual death, those are literally representations of fighting and of death. They do not include any real death. Do you see what I'm saying? You can't recreate the sexualization of a child to prove how bad it is, because you are doing that. It's like you can't say, oh, abusing animals is bad. Look how much this cat hates it when I put it in boiling water. It's like, why this is even a debated issue blows my fucking mind. Like, I think making films about the exploitation of children is totally fine, but you can't dress a girl up as a whore and make her dance like a stripper and say, oh, look how fucked that is. That's not how you do it. It's like nuts. It's like, you know, even if you were to make that film and you did have child actors, there are so many ways that you could have filmed that and made the same film. Like, did it need close-ups of a 9-year-old's ass? I don't think it did. You know, like, you can have them dancing. You can even have them doing a little bit of fucking sensual, even, I don't know, like, I guess you can't. I don't think you can do that shit. What I meant to say is you could have them on stage and you could represent them dancing sexually without filming them do it. You know, like, I mean, you see that all the time in like sex scenes that are in children's films where the characters clearly have sex, but it's done off screen. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's so many ways to convey a sexual thing without filming it. And especially with children, that's the best course of action. You know what I mean? Like, if you must have a film about children that are dancing incredibly sexy, I don't think you can film them doing it, show close-ups of their child bodies, make them touch their privates, make them touch each other sexually, make them shake their ass, zoom in on it, and then put in literally 1.5, 2 minutes of that with no other shit happening other than that. You know? Maybe film people reacting to the dance so that the audience totally understands, oh, they're doing a sexual thing, and maybe that's bad. Maybe show the effects of them being sexualized without showing them being sexualized. Like, there's so many different ways that you can make that point without doing the very thing that you're trying to say is bad, is what I'm saying. It's literally like punching someone and go, wow, that's why you shouldn't punch someone. How much did that hurt? So you can convey why that's a bad thing without fucking doing it. So that's my thoughts on the Cuties film. I think that it's fucked, and to think that it is a right-wing versus left-wing thing is insane, because all that's going to do is make people who haven't made their decision go more right wing, because if they are the only people speaking out against a film that literally sexualizes children, and they see those clips and left wing people go, oh, look at all these right wing people, they hate this film, isn't that fucked? Normal people are going to go, yeah, I don't think I agree with that. I'm going over here.